9:03. We don't need news today. Happy Friday, by the way. The 19th day of September does fall on it. Daily show on Roku TV, Apple Podcasts. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're jumping right into conversations today. Ted Dabrowski is a Republican candidate for governor in the great state of Illinois. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and thanks for having me here.
Well, this is really exciting, and it's not crazy because of just the timeline, but it just seems so fast that we're already talking about, the next cycle of elections, and no greater time than to talk about it than now, and let's be proactive and ahead of this.
Yeah, this is, politics should be a really big deal in Illinois because we've got a state that's really struggling in so many ways. And so some of us want to promote really new ideas, good ideas, and get the state out of the mess it's in.
So before we get to know you a little bit more, I got to ask you just the decision to run for governor because, when we decide to run for local office, that might be a little bit easier of a conversation. But when you run for such a statewide race and really such a unique state, too, with three counties kind of making up the deciding factor in most of the elections.
Right.
What was that decision?
Well, I've been for 18 years now. I've been writing about Illinois problems, policies, politics, covering the tax problems, the out-migration. We're losing our people, the crime in Chicago, the illegal immigration problem that we've had, where we have the sanctuary state and the problems that's brought. I've been doing it for a long time, and I've traveled around the state working with grassroots groups for a long time. And I saw that the politicians weren't picking up the right ideas. We kept doing the same wrong things. Taxes keep going up. Our jobs are not, we're not getting new jobs. The crime continues. Yeah. So I said, I can't keep writing about it. I know the problems now. I know how to solve them. And is either keep complaining or get in the game, and here I am.
Well, and writing about it, it's such a fascinating point that you're and a point of view you're coming from because you've had a chance to write about this from a different perspective. And what do you think that journey that you were on, just from researching this and being a part of it for so long from a different angle, brings to you in this race?
Yeah. The thing is, politics today they're all sound bites, and you have a lot of politicians who get in, I think, for the wrong reasons. And of course, there's a lot of great people who get into politics. So I don't mean to diminish everybody, but too many people don't really know the issues. They feel the pressure. They've lost their principles. So what I've gotten to do for 15 years now with Illinois Policy Institute and WirePoints is I research it with a team. When we go on record, every time we write, we're on record. And for 15 years, I've been on record about taxes, about the out-migration, about gas taxes, you name the issue. And you have to, when you put it on paper, you have to really think about what you're doing, and you have to know the issue because you have to defend yourself. And so I feel like I've earned the right to do this because I've done my homework. I've dedicated myself to this state for 15 years without being a politician. Now it's of course a different game.
What have you learned so far, just from that perspective alone, and coming into this political machine, if you will, and going right into campaigning? What have you learned just in the couple of months or the last year or so? Well,
what I've learned is how there's two big learnings. One is how much people really want change. Yeah. Okay. So people want change, and I go around and I've been down here. I was in O'Fallon last night and this morning. And people are tired of paying these high property taxes. They're tired of the gas taxes. They're tired of feeling manipulated. They're tired of seeing their jobs go away to other states. So that's one. But the other thing is, a lot of people don't know who to blame and where to allocate the problem. Yeah, that's one. So they're looking for something. Number two, though, is I lost my thought there for a second. But
well, no, and the reason I'm asking you this is because it seems like, especially in this area in Illinois, there's such a disconnect, from what the majority of people seem to be wanting just by terms of the way we've been voting lately, and then what's coming out of the state assembly and what's coming out of the governor's office. And as you're talking to these folks, what's your way to kind of inspire them that maybe they're going, We've tried this before. We're fighting against an uphill battle here because of just the voters that we're going against, that voter base up north. What's that inspiring message? Maybe to say, hey, your voice will be heard this time. Well,
this is the big deal. That was the second thing, was unification. I see there's a lot of different groups within the Republican Party. You've also got independent Democrats who are tired of the extremism in Chicago.
You
you've got Democrats who voted that way all along, and we saw that in the Trump election, who said, wait a minute, I don't like this extremism in Illinois anymore, especially around illegal immigration, around crime, around DEI in schools. So I think there's enough people now, if we can unify the Republicans, who also need unification.
Right.
They need unification under principles. I think there's been too many groups that they've splintered. But if we can unify them under the simple message that we need an affordable Illinois, because if we don't make it affordable, people will keep leaving. If we don't create more jobs, Texas and Florida are just creating millions of jobs, and we're creating no jobs now. Yeah. So we need to compete on jobs. And third is we need to teach our kids how to read again. Our schools have gone way downhill. And so I think just unifying people around the core principles of no more tax hikes, right? Only tax cuts. Only do things that create jobs. No more barriers to jobs. 3, only focus on literacy and numeracy and forget all this other DEI stuff in the classroom. Let's get back to the basics. I think we can unify and again, make sure we take care of our residents first, right? Yeah. Because we can't keep doing this illegal immigration where we prioritize with free healthcare, with free education, with free everything at the expense of our everyday Illinoisans who've been here forever and are feeling dissed. So I think there's a real chance to unify. And I think by doing all the research I've done, I can be that unifier.
Well, and see, that's where it becomes so fascinating at this point, because I completely agree with you that there's splinters along, both parties and different sectors of it, and there is a chance to unite under, to me, it's just a common sense, issues.
Common sense issues, exactly.
And it's not a talking point, it's just what it is. So my other question, because you brought up the people, and I think that's such an important topic. Whenever you're looking at not only bringing folks into the state of Illinois, but also keeping the young people here, are you looking at any incentivizing programs, first-time home buyers, or any ways that the state government can say, hey, we want you to invest here, we want you to build your family and your business here?
Yeah, we need to obsess about young people. The research we did at WirePoint shows we are losing our young people. I mean, we're one of the worst losers of young people, and you can't have a future state if you don't have the young people who come up and they're the ones that create the tax base and they're working and create the entrepreneurship. So we have to work on them. Absolutely, we need to. And I think the Trump getting rid of taxes on tip income, and he did a lot of things to try to incentivize that. We have to find a ways, and we have to change lots of things to keep businesses here, to keep young people here. A lot of families are worried about their kids going off to college. Right, we're losing a lot of college kids, and they're not coming back because there's not enough opportunity. So all those things, they're bad. But I also think that there's a great opportunity because Illinois has such great assets. It's got great institutions. It's got the Chicago, economic engine. We have it all. We haven't lost it. Okay, but we're in danger of losing, like muscle. But right now we're still intact and we're still a great state. We just have horrific politics and politicians. That's what needs to change. Well,
and speaking of, Chicago, the big national story has been, for us anyway, the last couple of weeks is hearing that President Trump is thinking about, it's not a matter of when or if, it's when the National Guard will be in Chicago to help enforce their policies. What are your thoughts on that? Do you look to cooperate with the federal government if that's something that President Trump continues to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Pritzker's big mistake is, Chicago's led the country in murders 13 years in a row. And we know what's happened with the crime and the carjackings and all that. No, Pritzker should be working hand in hand with the administration to hand over a bad guy straight from the jail right to the ICE people so that they can be deported or at least prosecuted. Instead, Pritzker's not working with, and Pritzker and Johnson, they're not working with the administration, so it's creating more chaos. The sanctuary state policy and the sanctuary city policies, they should be wiped out, canceled, so that we're not incentivizing criminals to come to Illinois. So there's a lot of good things that a governor should be doing that Pritzker's not going to do. And that's one, change the bad policies that incentivize crime. But two, work with the federal government to make things better. What I like about what Trump is saying is he doesn't want to see crime go down. He wants safe cities. And those are two different things. Safe cities is really what we should be trying to get to.
Well, and on top of the whole the safety topic and public safety too, the Safety Act has been one of the more talked about pieces of legislation in the last couple of years, and states' attorneys across the state have filed injunctions and are trying to combat this and trying to get it taken away. What are your thoughts on the Safety Act? Would you look at any type of measure to remove that, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a few good things in the Safety Act, but most of them are are really bad, right? And the elimination of cash bail, first in the country to do that. We shouldn't be experimenting with that here. So what I would do is propose get rid of the Safety Act entirely.
Okay.
Right. Let's not try to debate what's in it. Let's get rid of it. And if there's anything good that was in it, then we'll bring it back.
It's interesting.
But otherwise, we're going to be debating the little things. We shouldn't get stuck in debating the details of Safety Act. Get rid of it and then start over.
Well, I think that's so fascinating because so many times when we talk about the Safety Act, it's either a yes or no thing. And like you said, there are components of, just like any bill, that do have positive attributes to it. So why don't you build up after you kind of restart a little bit?
Right, because,
Now, as we start looking a little bit ahead, when is the primary date for you?
So it's in March.
Okay.
Yeah, middle of March.
And now everything goes well. You're successful, and here we are in November. You win the election. What's that first couple of months look like?
Well, I know the first day announcement, because this is the most important thing, and I think Illinoisans deserve this. We create a effectively an audit of where everybody's money is going. So I get the smartest people who are good accountants, CPAs, forensic people, and they look and see where are Illinois' dollars going, because we have high taxes so much in Illinois. We're spending, these are big numbers, but we're spending $16-17 billion more today than we did when Governor Pritzker took office.
Wow.
And it's hard to figure out where the money went. Why are we paying the highest property taxes in the country? Why are we paying the second highest gas taxes? Why do we pay the highest cell phone taxes? Where does the money go? In education, we're spending the 9th most in the country, and yet our kids can't read. Where's all the money going? Most in the Midwest. So so that's number one. I owe the people of Illinois to understand where their money's going, and we should do everything we can to cut taxes and give tax relief. That's number one. Number two, the huge power of the governor is to announce agency heads. Mm-hmm. So, for example, State Board of Education, we put in somebody there that says no more DEI in our schools, right? We put somebody there who says we are going to demand higher reading standards across the board. Mm-hmm. We put people there who are passionate about looking at where's the money going. Yeah. So, that's, I think, the big thing, not just there, but in corrections. And, you name every agency head because the governor gets to appoint them, and that's the power.
Well, and see, another, talking just about going through and auditing a little bit, I wanted to ask you just about, on top of that, contributions in this relationships between the state and other various unions, like the teachers union, and you can go on. And I'm not trying to say that's a good or bad thing, the unions. What are your thoughts just about collaborating with them? Is there a way that, do you think they slow the growth of government down if you're trying to reform education or trying to get, when we talk about teachers unions, to get kids back up to proper reading levels? Where do you see that relationship? Do you see any collaboration there in your tenure?
Well, obviously, if we go to the extreme and look at the Chicago Teachers Union,
right, and
we see what's happening there, we'll be at $32,000 a kid in spending in Chicago. And yet, if you look at black student math proficiency, it's only 9%. 91% of black children in CPS are not proficient in math. Wow. It's hard to understand. It's maybe 20% for reading. It's hard to understand how the black community can succeed if we don't, obsess about literacy. Yeah. So we need the unions to be on our side. Chicago Teachers Union is not on the side of. So there's a big battle that has to go there and get to high expectations, parental engagement, more teacher feedback. And it's the same thing across the state. But what we need the unions to do is to be on our side. If we can measure results and they let us measure results, we can work in partnership. If they're against saying, for me, I would take our adequacy or proficiency targets and raise them really high and demand that the unions meet them. And if they don't, they should be held accountable.
Absolutely. And going forward too, redistricting and gerrymandering has become a term that's been, repopularized the last couple of months. And when you look at the state of Illinois, we have a pretty unique map, to say the least. Yes. What is your thoughts on this whole the way the state's drawn now, and what would you do to if you see a discrepancy to try to balance that out to make sure everyone's represented? Well,
right now we have a horrific situation. The governor, statewide are the only roles that aren't gerrymandered because everybody gets to vote. So that's the good news. But then you start looking at individual races, and you see how people can't be represented anymore. It's, as they say, the politicians are choosing their voters by the mapping process rather than the voters choosing their politicians. So, there's a lot of good ideas out there about how to get to fair maps, whether they're, a whole different process for getting there. Certainly the use of technology now can get you to much more fair maps, but we have to obsess about that because you can't continue to have there's no representation here anymore. There's people who, there's central and southern Illinois who feel like they have no representation anymore because it's Chicago that runs everything. So I would work with everybody who wants to bring fair maps and fair elections, because we should have a great two-sided debate in Illinois, not just one party dominate.
Well, and before we start wrapping up here, and it's been great to talk with you, and I'd love to have you back for an extended conversation.
Anytime.
I want to ask you, just because the bi-state development region is so crucial to where we're located at, that freightway, it's hundreds of billions of dollars worth of revenue, the collaboration between the Mississippi River and the barges. How important is it, in your mind, do you think it's important to invest in that type of infrastructure for downstate Illinois? Do you see a way that we can evolve industry down here on top of what's already being developed in the bi-state development region, or some of those corridors?
I've spent a lot of time in Decatur and Peoria, and a lot of it around education, but also, I think about Decatur, and I think about, they've struggled with population. They've had big losses of manufacturing. And I think of places like Georgia and Alabama, and those states have, their cities are growing. They're getting big investment, along the corridors. Yep. We should be competing with that. In Southern Illinois and Central Illinois, right? We need to have a revival. And what I don't like is I think many politicians ignore the rest of the state. They focus on Chicago. And look, Chicago, we have to focus on Chicago. It's the economic engine,
right?
But it shouldn't come at the expense of Southern and Central Illinois. And what would be really cool is to work with a place like a Decatur, a place like a Peoria, and others, right? And Marion's doing really well from everything I understand. So, yeah, we need to work on that infrastructure so that we compete with the other states, because we are right in the center of the country. We are with that great infrastructure we have. We have O'Hare. We have the great universities. Yeah. We have all those things, and we're wasting them right now when we should leverage them and see our great cities and downstate and southern Illinois do great.
Well, and as we have a couple of minutes left, I do want to touch on this real quick, just because the Saturday tomorrow we're going to expect almost 1,000 people, I think, outside and downtown Alton for a Charlie Kirk rally, and just some of the recourse and some of just the public reaction since then. What are your thoughts just on the temperature right now when it comes to civil debate since the assassination of Charlie Kirk? What are your thoughts on that, and what's your message to young people who maybe feel diminished by what happened?
Right. It's funny when you start saying, I feel it now. When you mentioned 1,000 people getting together, I got goosebumps, because it's inspiring. It's sad that he's gone, but look at the swell of support for him. Look at the swell of people, wanting to fight for free speech. You've seen, my understanding is that schools and high schools that want to join. Just massive increases. The message is that no matter what you think, no matter what you believe, engage. That's the power. Our future is always our youth, and they have to be engaged in what's happening in the world. And too many of them have not been, and too many have not understood the value of faith. They haven't understood the value of community. They haven't understood the value of Constitution, and so. The way that can make happen is, which was what Charlie was doing, was having these debates, having these discussions, and elevating families. What a beautiful concept, right? Yeah. Elevating faith. Come on, we need to have those discussions, and I'm so happy he did that, and I'm happy that everybody's waking up to it. He's gone, but his legacy's here, and let's see if the youth can keep rising up and help us become the great country we are. And as we're wrapping up today, and like I said, really appreciate it. It's been a great conversation. As we just want to end on something light, you got to take me through. You got a year, almost less than a year left until the primary date. You're going to have a little bit longer after that if everything goes well. What's been your favorite part of this journey so far? If there has been truly one part for you, has it been a conversation? Has it been a place you've been to? Has it been a meeting? Has there been one moment where you're like, you know what, if all ends tomorrow on this campaign, this was a good run? Well, I think it's easy. Always is meeting people. I meet people who are hopeful, which is fun. I mean, a lot of people have given up on Illinois. We've lost so many people in other states. Yep. So it's always fun to meet hopeful people and hearing their stories and why they want to engage. That's number one. I'd tell you what's really cool. Just pulling into here. Pulling into the studios and being at the top of the hill and seeing these are amazing cities with beautiful downtowns, right? Historic downtowns. I'd love to see them thrive again. And that's kind of an inspiration to see, a lot of these southern cities revive. Would be a fascinating thing to see it happen and help bring about.
Well, seriously, thank you so much for your time today. Would love to have you back on the show, like I said, for that extended conversation.
I appreciate it.
We'll take a quick break, and we're going to come back with more conversation because you have a chance to win $50,000 in just a couple of weeks at Marquette Catholic for their Mega Raffle. All the details next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back, Daily Show, on a Friday. Man, busy start to the show. I can't believe we're already into political season already. Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Hard to believe, yeah.
And we're in the season where you can win $50,000. No big deal or anything. I don't know. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Doing great, thank you.
Well, how's the school year started off for Marquette?
It's great. Yeah, we're off to a great start. Fall's always a super busy time. Just got a lot going on, and homecoming's a little later this year, so that's kind of nice in a way.
That's what I was going to ask.
We can kind of settle in before we get into some more craziness. But yeah, everything's going really well.
Really cool, because I saw it's October 25th.
Yes.
Yep.
And is that the latest you guys have had a homecoming before, or have you gone later?
It kind of fluctuates from year to year with different factors coming into play. But so sometimes last year it was a whole month earlier.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
September.
Yeah.
So So this is on the later side, but it's been this late before, I think.
I like it, though. I really do. I think it's better for the schedule. That way you aren't rushing right into it, you know?
Right,
Yep.
right.
Well, and you give everybody more chances to win $1,000.
That's
on
right.
Fridays leading up to
Exactly.
it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So how does this work?
Yeah. So we've got our Mega Raffle going on right now. It's $50 to buy a ticket, or it's buy two, get one free, so 3 for $100. And there's lots of easy ways to purchase your tickets. The easiest way is to go online at marquettecatholic.org/Mega Raffle. And all of those online tickets are processed regularly, and you will receive your actual ticket stubs and coupons in the mail when you purchase online. And it's just a real easy way to do it. You can also come into school. Some folks don't want to do the online thing, and that's totally fine. You can come in and write out your ticket, and we can take care of you that way too, but with cash or check.
The online form that you fill out, it's super easy, and we can zoom in, but it's 2 tickets, you get 1 free, that's $100, or a single ticket's $50.
Yep.
And what's cash calendar pickup?
Yeah, so that's just kind of an add-on to the page. So it's just a pre-order for our cash calendars.
Okay.
Cash calendars is something our Explorer Club handles, and it's just another kind of fun fundraiser where there's a drawing every day of the year for cash. And so on that page, on the Mega Raffle page, you will see that as an add-on, and you can pre-order your calendars that way. That usually won't come out until November.
Well, I like the way that you all do your block party, too, for homecoming. I think that's really unique. And now, is this going to be an open to the public event?
Yeah, so it's really kind of geared towards, our Marquette families, our alumni, just the Marquette family as a whole, but certainly open to the public as well. And it's just a really fun way to, number one, kind of culminate this whole Mega Raffle that we've been doing for the past several weeks. And then also a way to bring our alumni together, our parents together, and just have a really fun night with some food and drinks and live music, and it's a great time.
I won't tell. If I win, I might have to leave early because I'd start buying drinks. Well,
yes.
How long has this Mega Raffle been going on for?
So many years. I'm not sure the number of years off the top of my head, but
it has to be over 10, I thought.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I would say probably close to 30 years.
No kidding. Wow.
And it's kind of varied. It's taken different forms and different, levels of cash prizes, but it's been going strong for a long time. And so the Marquette community just kind of expects that they know that in the fall we're bringing them the Mega Raffle, and so
this is cool.
It's great because we have $6,000 early bird drawings. A couple have already happened. The next one is actually this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
We'll draw for $1,000 this afternoon, and then
we'll call you later this afternoon.
So it'll be a fun phone call later.
So if you win in the early bird, is that ticket taken out of the big drawing?
Nope, you go right back in.
Well, there you go. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you go right back in. So you can win
if you're really that good.
You got it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the winners just go right back in. Everybody has a chance to win the big pot. And then we will also draw on the 3rd of October, the 17th, and also the 24th, which is the day before the big block party. So lots of opportunities to win a lot of cash prizes.
This is awesome. And now, what are the funds generated for? Go back towards.
So it's really just just a general fundraising for the school.
Yeah.
There's nothing specific that it goes towards. We work really hard to fundraise throughout the year, and we usually hit somewhere right around $500,000 in fundraising. And so this is just a big part of that kind of chunk that just helps out the school throughout the year. So.
Really cool. Well,
yeah.
In Principal Harmon, I think it's great to talk about, too, because parents right now it seems like are looking for maybe a different option a lot of the times for their education. Maybe public school's a little too fast. Maybe the environment is just not right. At Marquette, you guys do offer financial aid and assistance for families, and that especially for students that really do fit into the Marquette culture and really embrace that. And I think that's really important, not only for the school's tradition, but also to build the next generation of leaders, too, that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, I didn't want to steal the thunder from Mary, but a large portion of that fundraising that they do does help to offset tuition. So that's a huge portion of trying to have a diverse population that we have, is that financial aid is is there. Tuition aid is there. Scholarships are there, and the $500,000 plus that they raise is a large portion of what helps with that.
Really, really cool. And now, take me through the latest additions to Marquette, some of the latest improvements. And I know that your drama club has been on the theater program. They're doing awesome work, and all their plays are doing, and musicals are doing great too.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So actually, our director, Madison Foreman, actually was nominated this past year for the Director of the Year for the St. Louis area.
Wow.
Which was very exciting. It was her first year leading, first year directing. So it was really exciting for her. They are doing Alice in Wonderland this fall, and the kids are excited. They've cast it already, so they're practicing. They're underway. Just did a table read, I want to say it was about a week ago, and so it's growing. It's going well. And school continues to grow. We actually just opened a new building this year. Not sure if you were aware, we opened our chapel this year.
Oh, wow.
So the old Unitarian church that's right across from City Hall, we acquired that back in September of last year and have been working to get that ready and open that this school year. So
really cool.
We've got a couple classrooms and a new chapel over there.
That's fantastic. And now, has it been a much needed fit for the students, just for travel and all that, and getting in and out for Mass?
Very much so. So the obviously we're landlocked. So any opportunity for us to grow and add space is fantastic. And being right there, having a chapel, we can fit just over half our student population and faculty population in there. So getting to celebrate Mass in an actual chapel twice a week is fantastic. So it's been a really nice addition. And then we've put our theology classes over there as well. So having theology right by the chapel is fantastic.
And your fall sports programs are off to a great start. Everyone's doing well.
Yeah.
It seems to be, I got to say, I definitely have to give props to football being 2-1 this year. It's fantastic. And we've had great fan turnout every game.
Hopefully 3-1 after tomorrow.
That's right. Yes. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah. So, no, it's been great. And soccer's been doing well. Volleyball just had a big win this week and took third in a tournament this past weekend as well. So it seems like everybody is doing pretty well right now.
Man, life's great. And it can be even better if you win $50,000 on top of it. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Right. Yep. That's right.
So how does the drawing work? Is it done at the end of the night? Do we have to be present to win?
So you do not have to be present to win. And it is done on the night of the homecoming block party. And we do it usually just before 10 o'clock, kind of at the end of the evening, before, the coronation happens inside of the dance and all those kinds of things. So yes, folks can purchase tickets all of that evening, right up until the time of the drawing. And even online, we're processing those online tickets all night.
That's good to know, actually.
Yeah, and it will get shut off at some point, as we get close to the drawing time. But we are processing those tickets online all evening, as well as selling them there at the party. So you have until now, somewhere around 9 o'clock on October 25th to get those tickets in, and they'll be in there. So, but no, you do not have to be present to win any of the drawings.
Cool. Well, and as we go into just the event that evening, the homecoming block party, what's the live entertainment going to look like that night?
So it is going to be the Riverbend dueling pianos.
Oh, that's awesome. That'd be really fun. Yeah.
So just a lot of fun, a lot of kind of interactive live music. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's always a good time.
Really cool. And then you got drinks, food, and then just a lot of fun. It's always fun to drive by that night because you guys really do have just a full crowd, and seeing everyone enjoying it's really cool.
Yeah, it's just such a fun time to bring everybody together, and especially for the parents, for a lot of the parents, their kids are inside of the dance, we're outside doing our thing, and so it's really that Marquette family community feel.
It's really cool. I mean, you got to come pick your kiddos up anyway. You might as well have fun in the process.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. And hopefully win some money.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then be really happy on the way home.
We also, besides the $50,000, I'll just throw this in, we also have some other cash prizes that night. We have a drawing for $5,000. $500, $250, and then of course the early birds are $1,000 each, leading up to that. So there's and all told it's $62,000 that we give out in cash prizes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Is this kind of like a machine event at this point in time because of just how long it's been running where you can just kind of get ready to go for next year already?
Yeah, we've pretty much got it down. Yeah, it's a well-oiled machine at this point. Yes, but, we could not do it without our parent volunteers. Mm-hmm. Our parents really chip in their time and energy, and we have parents coming in every week, a couple times a week, helping us, and without them, it would be very difficult to do. So we're always very appreciative.
You guys really do have a great relationship with your parents, it seems like, and supporting one another. It's really cool. Yeah. Anything else to talk about for right now when it comes to this?
I will plug our golf tournament real quick.
Talk about that. You don't want me out there.
We do. We have our 32nd annual John Rogers Explorer Classic on October the 10th, and we have both morning and afternoon tee times for that, and that's at the Woodlands, and we have a couple spots left only, I think, in the afternoon as of right now, and we still have some morning availability as well. So so it's a 7:30 tee time and a 1 o'clock tee time that day. So again, that's just a really great day to, just bring a bunch of folks together and have a good time.
And now, what are the cash prizes on this?
So we have 3 flights, and there's a payout for each flight.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the first place for each flight, the first place team gets $500. Second place team gets $300, and third gets $200.
Cool.
So there's payouts for all 3 of those flights.
Awesome. Is details on lunch and anything like that? Or?
Yeah, so we do provide lunch and drinks, and we give a gift to each of the golfers. We provide a dinner at the end of the evening. So for some folks, they like to stay and, sit down and have a nice meal, and we'll, at that point, do all of our awards and talk about how great our golfers are or not so great. Or folks kind of have to get out of there. Maybe they're going to Oktoberfest. That's the same day, the kickoff for Oktoberfest. And so, they can take their dinner to go as well. We do have a lunch and a dinner included in that. And just a fun day.
Absolutely. And how do we register again?
Yeah, so you can go to marquettecatholic.org/golf classic. You can also just go to our website at marquettecatholic.org, and there's registration and sponsorship opportunities available there.
Really cool. Principal Harmon, anything else?
I don't think so. Thank you for allowing us to be here.
Well, I don't thank me. You're giving people a chance to win $50,000. What are you doing? I mean, listen, $50 gets you 1 chance, or $100 gets you 3 chances at it, and that's a great end to your year, no matter who you are.
Yeah,
that's
for
right.
sure.
That's right.
More information can be found at marquettecatholic.org/Mega Raffle. We'll link that into a RiverBender.com article. Again, get your tickets now. Win $50,000. Give me 10%, and we'll be back with more next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back, Daily Show on this Thursday morning. That spider web will be up here until the building falls. Have you seen that thing on the camera? It will not leave. It's been here for 2.5 years, and it's the strongest spider web I've ever seen. Coming up this weekend is my mom's favorite holiday, the Earth Tones Festival. It really is. She loves it. Every year makes it a point, at least 4 or 5 hours out there.
Oh, it's wonderful.
What year are we in now?
19.
What, so the big 20 is coming up right around the corner.
Yes, all the ideas are spinning on how to make number 20 the biggest and best yet.
Well, I wish we could have a camera in the studio off commercial breaks, just so we could see. I mean, you guys are working hard this week. It's the storm before the calm.
Yes. Pretty much, yes. This is the time where, yes, we are getting everything dialed in. We have 121 booths and exhibits this year, and we are just really excited to bring everybody down to the riverfront on Saturday.
I've never asked you, how do you plot that? That's a lot of space.
And there's a big aerial map.
Yes,
little squares.
Huge aerial map. And luckily about this time of year, Sarah and I share a brain. So it works out really, really well. I mean, you've got vendors that want to stay till 6, some till 10, some need electric, others need water. So it is, after doing it for so many years, we kind of know where to put them, but there's always last minute shifts.
And that's why it's good to have experience.
Absolutely. Things move and shift every year. We learn something new every year, and we just keep continuing to get it dialed in.
Well, and too, we just had on Flora. She was talking about the Zen Zone that's going to be there, and there's some really cool opportunities that are very interactive at the Earth Tones that I think makes this event so much more unique than a lot of the other public festivals and public gatherings, because there really is that chance to grow and variety of different fields,
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty much a blank slate.
Yeah.
This is created by the community. So we provide the platform. We have 3 different stages. We've got the main stage. Jacoby Art Center runs programming on the stage, and then we've got the big top tent, which is the Zen Zone, and all 3 are full with programming all day long.
Now, how does the Zen Zone work? Is it a group kind of takes it over for a couple of hours, or?
So yeah, there's going to be 4 actually scheduled different things on the itinerary that day. The opening ceremony is from 12 to 12:45, and that is run by Leah Sprout, who does a fantastic job. I mean, just bringing the community together. She works
Have
really
you
well
seen
with
her
Flora.
astrology columns?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to give her. She does very good stuff with
Very
that.
talented.
She's been on the show. Wonderful.
Yeah, and then right after that, we'll have some yoga.
Really cool.
Then a dream workshop. At 3 o'clock, there's both Reiki and mini massage sessions.
Cool.
Yeah, and then it's just open for everybody to come in and chill out. We always try and get there super early and put out as many comfortable places to sit and hang and yoga mats. People can feel comfortable with a lot of different fans in there and stay out of the sun.
There's not much shade down at the riverfront, so we try to provide that for folks.
You really do. And I mean, because there's been a few years it got pretty warm, but with the amount of tents and the amount of different art displays and different exhibits, it really brings the temperature down a lot.
And the trees are getting bigger down there finally.
They are. And we always rent a couple of different air coolers for outside and a bunch of barrel fans. So we try and make sure that the participants walking by can be cooled as well.
This is before we go any further. Isn't there a paddle as well?
Yeah, Yeah, there's a Great Mississippi River Rendezvous. They've done that for a few years now. It's basically 4 different options of where you can put in upriver and you end your float at the festival. So it's a really cool opportunity to engage actually with recreation on the river.
I love that group.
We should get a heads up when the majority of them are coming in, so we can all walk over to the wall, and it's amazing to see 40
Wave
different
at them as they go by.
all the kayaks, 40 or 50 kayaks out there all at once. It'll be amazing.
That's really cool. We were talking about that with Craig a couple of weeks ago, and wanted to make sure we spotlighted that. But I getting back to this dream thing, I might need to be a part of that. Size. I think that would be good. But Billy Nelson, I mean, and the list goes on from just really great bands that are going to be there. The Steely Dan experience is awesome. I've always felt like everyone's had the Tony Soprano moment in the car singing Dirty Work, and
absolutely.
Yeah.
We got a great response about that band. I think people are really excited to see Any Major Dudes.
A full horn session.
Oh, really?
Backup singers. Oh, I think there's like 12 people on stage.
No
kidding. Blow your mind.
But this is going to be awesome. Yeah. Oh man, I gotta go. I'm really wanting to be there. And then Jake Saleg's going to be. They're just fantastic. That's like the staple band of bands.
Absolutely. Yep, they're in their 49th year. They've been playing Earth Tones just about every single year we've been having this. So yeah, they're our go-to headliner.
What I think's really cool is the folks that are part of your booths, whether it's as a vendor or even as an educational component, they seem to really shake it up each and every year too. Where there's a little bit more to it than last year. There's something completely new.
Absolutely, and we do love the different interactive art pieces that we have coming down. So Michael with Cooliverse will be there, and he's going to have his not quite finished, but really well on its way trumpet sculpture.
That looks so cool, and they started putting trumpets on it too. It looks awesome.
Yep.
It'll work in progress.
And then there's going to be a live painter that actually is really wanting participation, so everybody can go up and add their flower.
Wow.
Bloom Where You're Planted is our theme. So the Sierra Club, we're making a loom. My boyfriend and I are never done it before. And we're using a lot of different native grasses that people will be able to weave through. So as the day goes on, you'll be able to see this huge art piece come to life.
That's really unique. And I think it's great to remind the folks, it's all tied back into conservation, correct? And really loving where we live. And we're kind of blessed out of all blessed to be right here on the Mississippi, especially at this part of the Mississippi River too. And when did you guys move down to the riverfront?
We were in Riverfront Park at the beginning and watched the amphitheater be built, and we had it there for about 10 years or so. We did move up to Broadway for a few years and did a kind of street festival style, and then we moved back down to the riverfront about 4 or 5 years ago.
That's what I thought, because the street festival, you guys really adapted well to that, and then going back down into the amphitheater really just utilized that space well. And now, how many food trucks are we going to have?
10.
Oh, wow. There you go. You'll be just fine. And then also, Gentleman's on Broadway is going to be providing some food as well?
Exactly. We hit up all the local restaurants first to make sure that they wanted to participate. So we've got Brown Bag Bistro, Old Bakery Beer Company, Stina Snacks. So lots of your familiar favorites from downtown.
Taqueria Maya. I'll have their breakfast tacos any day of the week. Oh my goodness.
They're amazing, aren't they?
They make the farmer's market experience for me really good one. And then the Most Sweet Treats, there's so much more too, and we'll come back and touch on those. But now, if somebody wants to volunteer, is that opportunity still available?
We do still have a couple of shifts left. So if you go to downtownalton.com and find the event section, you'll see Mississippi Earth Tones Festival, and there is a Sign Up Genius button there.
Really cool. Why don't we do this? We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk more about the Mississippi Earth Tones Festival. 19 years old. It can drink in 2 years. More next.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Gonna get
Times have changed. 10:46. You couldn't hear that conversation. I always said though, it'd be the best part of the show if I just, we just decided to go live from the commercial break. There's going to be some really cool things in here. Trinity's Way is going to be a part of the event as well. And now I wanted to ask you about the interactive environmental education activity from them and some other groups. If we could kind of just dive into that real quick and get the parents excited.
Sure. How many booths on the kids' passport this year? 20-something.
I put them on the spot. I'm sorry. 23.
23 kids.
They'll have a passport and they go around and do all the activities at each one of those booths. And if they complete their passport, they can turn it in for a chance to win a gift certificate at Funky Planet Toys and Gifts.
They have such a cool store.
They
I really
do.
do love what Sage and the group's doing over there. I just stopped by the other day and it's just so awesome. And your kids can play with the toys while they're there as well.
Yes, indeed.
And they will have a booth set up down there as well. So yeah, for sure.
I love it.
Trinity Way, they're going to be doing a really cool interactive, it's kind of a grip test your strength to compare the different animal bites. And, I'm sorry, that's Nature Institute. That didn't make sense to me. They've got an interactive board that tests their knowledge about different, your carbon footprint.
Wow.
So even just speaking with children about, what they can do to have a healthier air quality. We were just talking about how bad the air quality is right now. And there really are steps that you can take to try and make it healthier with water and clean air. We'll have a bunch of booths on the river.
Well, I just love what the event's actually for, and that's really to raise awareness and educate us all about. Because, it could be designed for kids, but I guarantee you 90% of the parents are going to be learning you're doing those booths as well.
Yes. Yeah, all kinds of educational things for adults as well, as far as how to, make a greener home or things like that and protect our air and water quality.
Well, and another thing, too, that's really important is you guys do this for free. And it's not easy to decide, okay, there's no $10 or $5 to get in the door for the 5,000 people that would put us in the black.
Right.
You guys have to get creative, and 25% of beer sales go right back into the event, correct?
Yes.
So
really
we have
cool.
the Old Bakery Beer Company and Gentlin's on Broadway. Those
Wow.
are our alcohol providers, and yes, they generously donate a quarter of their proceeds back to help us run the festival.
Good job, Ryan.
We're very
and Lauren.
committed
Wow.
to keeping this a free, family-friendly event for our community to celebrate the river.
And going along kind of with the Grateful Dead theme of Jake's Leg, Ryan Gentland does a wonderful job. He always has the Berry Garcia, which is a refreshing drink with, fresh strawberry puree. It's delicious.
It gets me in trouble.
And then Old Bakery Beer, we do a collab beer with them. So we have a West Coast IPA this year. It's called Earth Tones IPA, and it is made with Kernza. And Kernza is a perennial wheat. So a perennial does not have to be replanted every year. So you're not tilling up the soil, breaking down those microbes. It doesn't take any phosphorus or nitrogen. So they're not putting any fertilizer on there, which helps our water quality. And the roots are like 12 times longer than normal wheat roots. So it's a really amazing grain that's in a bunch of different test plots all over Illinois. And that's what we'll be highlighting.
This is incredible. I do have one serious question. How long did it take to write the press release for this event?
3 pages. We couldn't leave out a bit of it, though. It's all the fine details of everything. And honestly, it's really cool to see, lots of these groups are, environmentally based anyway, but a lot of these artists and even some additional businesses, that kind of ramp up what they're doing as far as environmental goes, and they, start making new products out of upcycled or recycled or river-based materials. So it's just cool to see how creative everybody gets every year to add to what they do to become even more and more eco-friendly.
I love it. And I love the tie-in that you got, because you don't lose sight on Walton Main Street's mission, a part of this event, because as you're raising awareness for conservation efforts in the Mississippi, and that's an important component of downtown and the downtown district, you're also making sure that those businesses a part of Main Street are incorporated. And I think that's such an important thing to note. When we talk about a Main Street event, it's always affiliated within the Main Street circle.
Absolutely. Yes. Shopping small is very important for the environment. The less your materials travel to get from where they are to where you are, then the better for the environment, less, fuel used and things like that.
Really cool. And now, what time does the event start again?
At noon.
At noon. So that means from noon to 10, you're going to have 10 hours of fun. And noon to 2 is Spilly Nelson, and then Gordo takes over 2 to 3. What's the Confluence Conservation Awards?
So that's something the Sierra Club does every year to really highlight 3 different leaders in our area that have made huge commitments to making our world better as far as the natural world goes, and the community as well. So really cool. So this year we've got 3 amazing women who are being highlighted. We work with Mississippi Mud Pottery. They actually make the awards for us.
Oh,
so
wow.
we try and keep everything very local. So Joanne Pollock of Simmons, Hanley, and Conroy will be there, accepting an award on a lot of her environmental legal challenges that she's faced over the last few years. We have Elise Ratcliffe, who is with the Army Corps of Engineers at the National Great Rivers Museum, and she has been focusing on the river for the last couple years of her employment and bringing families out in very unique ways.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we have Amy Cloud and her entire family.
She does a great job.
Yes.
She's Three Rivers,
Yep,
right?
Three Rivers
she's been on-
Community
she
Farm.
does great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and then right after that, Any Major Dudes, the Steely Dan Experience, that's going to be awesome. Gordo's back from 6 to 7, Jake's Lake 7 to 10. Plus, I don't know, just it's hard to kind of pinpoint one vendor or one educational opportunity. So just stop out and see them all.
Yeah, we cover every square inch of Riverfront Park, and we will keep your kids busy for hours on end, and you will also not want to leave. I mean, a lot of people do come down and have the family time.
Yes.
They drop the kids off with grandma or auntie, and then they come back down for the nighttime show.
Absolutely. And we have some really unique animals this year as well.
Oh, really cool. Fill me in.
Yeah, so kind of towards the back section closest to the river, we will have the Principia Solar Car. They'll be there from 12 to 5.
Okay.
So if you're wanting to check that out, that's the time frame to make sure you're there. 12 to 6, we have the legendary Mustangs, the horses.
Okay.
And a bunch of information about them. They'll have their handlers with
They're
them.
wonderful. And they need help right now. Their just hay storage facility within their building, it caught fire at the house.
my gosh. I hadn't heard.
Yeah, so we had a story, an article for their GoFundMe. If you guys can support them and Kathy, they do a lot of wonderful things. So go ahead and support them. That's on RiverBender.com.
Great. And from 2 to 4, both Treehouse Wildlife Center and World Bird Sanctuary will have an eagle and a bunch of other critters that are local to this ecosystem.
I love it. This is so cool. I don't know how we continuously find 25 minutes to talk about this event, but whenever you have hundreds of things to do, literally hundreds of different things to do for 10 hours, it's pretty easy. Anything else before we say goodbye for now?
We want to thank all of our sponsors.
Oh, yeah, that's an important thing.
Yeah, we really could not do that without them. Besides the 25% commission from the beer and alcohol sales, we depend on our sponsorships. We have many that are giving at a $500 and $1,000 level. We'd love to see that increase, especially for our 20th. Of course, they get plenty of advertising space. And,
yes, they do.
Getting in front of the perfect crowd. If you have something that you would like to highlight that is earth-friendly about your business, this is the crowd of thousands of people that you can get that in front of.
Yes, we won't ramble all their names off right now, but we do have that posted prominently on most all of our social medias and our altondowntown.com.
I got
event.
you covered. Sierra Club, Jacoby Arts Center, City of Alton, Village of Godfrey, Old Bakery, American Water, Simmons, Hanley, and Conroy, Coolaverse, Madison County Building and Zoning, Autobahn, Heartlands, Revity Credit Union, Taqueria Maya, Jacob, Sunroom, and they keep adding to theirs, so I can't keep adding all their additions. Imperial, Midwest Members, CEF, CU. Which one's that?
Citizens Equity First Credit Union.
Okay, perfect. I always forget their abbreviation. First Mid Bank and Trust, Elementals, Legit, Riverbender, the Big Z, the Telegraph, Advantage, Cairo One. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, CJ.
We'll see
Appreciate your
everybody on
help.
this Saturday.
I need to catch up my breath. We'll be back with more after this.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
welcome back. Oh. Whew, I don't like that. Hold on, let me put some more music on. Amy, what you... Sorry, I didn't like the feedback. That was bothering me, so we can edit that in post. Yeah. Back, Daily Show with Sydney. Blog Talk. What a week. What a freaking week.
It's been busy. There's been a lot going on in the world.
Are we getting a new face to RiverBender today? Are we getting a new...
I don't know. We're meeting someone new. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's exciting times.
Normally just nestle that they don't let me meet people. I'm kind of the last
in the basement.
one. The last hires. I didn't even get a chance to meet them. I think that they were...
You met me. Do you remember that? Right before I got hired, you were walking down the stairs and I said, is the RiverBender up here? And you said, yes, it is. And then that's when I met you.
Wow. That's a fun fact. Very friendly, wasn't
I? Yeah. No, that's a fun fact. That's how I met CJ, and then I went into my interview. So.
I will give you directions when you need them. You had a fun weekend in Alton.
Yeah, well, a lot of people did.
There was a lot going on. The last
weekend
and this weekend.
Yeah, there's a lot happening just like in the region these days, like exciting things and festivals and all kinds of great things. But yeah, last weekend I came down and I spent a day in downtown Alton. Usually I'm here every downtown weekday, right?
Yeah.
But this was my chance to come on a weekend and be a part of the community, and it was great. Highly recommend. Yeah.
So, what'd you see?
Okay, let's just start at the beginning. So I get to downtown Alton, right? The beginning of the morning.
God dang,
it's hot down here. So I get to downtown Alton. I'm embarrassed to admit this, CJ. I love farmers markets and artisans markets and that kind of thing.
Why is that embarrassing?
The embarrassing part is I had not been yet to the Alton Farmers Market this year. Isn't that cringy?
What's going on there?
I know. That's on me. I was slacking.
I had Sarah on the show yesterday.
I listened.
Told her how much we love the farmers market. I said, Jackie and I go all the time. I said, the team does. And then I realized, wow.
It's me who's letting you down.
Conveyor of false information.
Yeah, that's on you.
When I run for office, they're going to clip this. You wait and see.
Yeah, that one sentence you just said is going to be rough for you.
A lot of corrections in that article coming out.
No, that's on me. I the embarrassing part is I had not been yet this year, so that's cringy, and so that's very bad. But I did finally get to go this past weekend, and it was, as always, wonderful. There was so much going on. Produce that looked gorgeous and green, and fruit that was just spilling out of the baskets, and I'm a creative writer at heart, so don't mind me describing these things.
No, it's my creative comedy coming out, and I'm I can't say these things. I gotta be good,
Okay, well, you'll have to tell me later, but no, it was beautiful, and not to mention all of the gorgeous artisan creations there. There's so many cool things. Do you guys, when you go, do you get your groceries for the week, or what are you looking for?
No, we just kind of wander.
Yeah,
there's always some great I forget they make great tamales and stuff.
Yeah.
There's always a vendor out there that does. So we get that, and we'll get soaps, some honey.
That's exciting.
Maybe some vegetables, some veggie tables.
This is completely off topic. Do you use honey often?
Do I?
Do your household?
Oh yeah.
Do you use honey often? Really?
Oh yeah.
I cannot tell you one time I've used honey.
Oh my goodness, my parents would go through a jar of that stuff in no time.
What?
And then Jackie would just take those damn honey straws, and
those are good. Yeah.
There you go. But she's a honey fiend. I'm like, she doesn't eat candy. She just that is her candy.
Oh, good for her. Actually, that's awesome.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, well, I take it back. Someone needs to tell me what to use honey on, because I'm roughing it. Because what do I know? But yeah, it was gorgeous. Downtown Alton and the farmers market, and that's just such a great community down there.
There's a lot of people down there.
There's a lot of
people. That's a big farmers market.
And I don't know if you remember, last weekend was hot. So it
was
a
not
hot
good
day
for the pavement.
Yeah, it was a hot day. I felt bad for those dogs out there. But
what was I doing last week?
What were you doing? I didn't see you there. So call out.
Don't know.
Don't know. That's fair enough. No, I was out there, and it was beautiful, and there were so many great things, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's hard to not spend a lot of money here, because I wanted to, but I knew the full day of shopping was ahead of me. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I gotta focus. I
can't do that. I always go to the wrong damn spot when I do a shopping day. I go to the one spot I want to go to the most first, and then I just blow through the budget.
Yeah, that's
Dave
fair.
Ramsey screaming at me to sell the car, and
Every time you mention Dave Ramsey, I twitch a little bit.
Have you ever listened to this guy?
Yes, I have.
I listened to him the other day, and sometimes he makes good sense, and then the other time it makes no damn sense.
No.
This lady's like, we're in debt. He goes, well, how much is your car worth? Hun. And it's like, well, how am I going to get to work, Dave?
Literally, yeah.
Go ahead and sell the car. Can you sell a kidney and pay off that debt?
Yeah.
And then let's go ahead and cut the credit cards up.
Yeah, not to be mean to Dave Ramsey,
living in,
but
Dave?
what are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, and then this is the best part.
Yeah.
This damn easy money app that's his. Okay, I'm glad I could talk about this.
I want to hear it.
I needed this today.
I want to hear it.
I'm so tired of hearing the Dave Ramsey. So they have this easy money app. Okay, it's like Rocket Money, if you know that app.
Yeah.
And that's actually a good because you can tie your bank account and you can share it with your family.
Helpful.
We all know the budget. We're working on that currently. Mm-hmm. Dave Ramsey wants you to save money, right?
Sure.
But to save money, you got to pay him $98 a year for the damn app. So how
Dave Ramsey.
You're in debt. Okay, he's like, you're in debt, but give me $100 and I will give you the budgeting tools.
No, I'm going to call him out right now.
That is a pyramid scheme.
That is some BS.
I get, you don't want a lot of debt. That makes sense.
That's
but
good
to
rule.
tell somebody, okay, well, basically you're going to have to sell both of your cars and go ahead and get a $2,000 clunker you're going to spend $6,000 on to get through the year. And listen, I went bankrupt in '94 with real estate. That's what he tells people. Good for you. Not everyone's the same.
Yeah, true.
Sorry.
No, you're so right for that.
It gets on my nerves.
You're so right for that.
But it's no different than the young people now that are telling everybody to do these weird credit things. Have you seen
there's a lot
young
of
financial advisors where they're like, well, I actually got a loan from the bank and then I bought my car for $7,000, but I still had $8,000 left over, so I'm going to invest that in an Airbnb. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I mean,
pay off the loan.
It's not like I am the financial guru. Don't get me wrong.
Totally not.
I am not. But some of these financial advices that I see on TikTok or Dave Ramsey, I'm like, I wouldn't have thought of that, and not in a good way.
This kid called in the other day. Hey Dave, I'm 25 and I'm worth $2.5 million because I saved everything and then I took my college loans and used it for this and not for my. It's like, are you serious? Why are you calling in? Just to make yourself feel bad about ourselves?
What do you want?
Sorry.
No, you're so right about that.
Back to
I'm
your
glad we
weekend.
could talk about that.
God!
Anyway, the farmer's market. So maybe I do need Dave Ramsey because my point being, I was trying to budget at the farmer's market. So
do you have $98?
But I was like, okay, this is what I can do. But no, it was beautiful there. Highly recommend going. I got some kettle corn. It was great.
You helped me remember what I did on Saturday.
What did you do on Saturday?
We went to Honeybee Vintage and we went to
I was there too.
the Grapevine.
The Grapevine's cute.
Did we go to the Grapevine? I don't know. We went to Honeybee Vintage for Vintage.
Mm-hmm. I was there too. I missed you.
For Fall in Love with Downtown.
Yeah, I went.
Did you have her
my
cookies?
next thing? I did not actually have a cookie, so I missed out. But no, that was actually my next thing. Is the Fall in Love with Downtown Alton event was happening with all these businesses that were had discounts and deals and cookies and snacks that I missed out on. And so anyway, I went and I walked around a little bit and I saw Honeybee Vintage, and that
she was busy.
Yeah, she was busy. I missed you, so that's sad. But
it's okay. We had the baby. We were doing a little stroll, and I think Jackie's sister was with us that day.
Well, that's exciting. But yeah, that's exciting. No, I mean, I don't really care about seeing you too much outside of work. But I would have loved to see the baby.
Kind of the
so,
general consensus.
Missed opportunity for me, but no, it was. No, I'm glad you guys had a great time though, because it was a beautiful day to walk around.
So you treated yourself to some strawberry lemonade beforehand.
Oh yeah.
Shake up.
Oh yeah.
What is a shake up? I've never understood that. Is it just because they shake the cup up?
Well, yeah, but okay. So here's the thing. So the Betsy Ann picnic in Brighton. So I'm gonna just talk about that for a minute. They have lemonade shake ups.
Bourgeois.
It's yeah. So they have, it's like half a lemon and then a lot of sugar, and then the strawberry lemon shake up had strawberry puree in it. I don't really know however you say that word, but anyway, it was really good. Highly recommend. Shake ups are where it's at. They did shake the cup, so I was impressed by that. I felt like I was at a bar, but I was at a farmer's market, and so it was very interesting. But it was great. Highly recommend a little snack to get you through the day.
There you go. That's a very good point.
Thank you.
How long are you in the farmer's market normally?
Oh, well, again, this was the first time for the year, so
that's why I'm saying. I was curious.
Slacking. And I'm going to Goshen Market this weekend on a side note.
Are you going to Appreciation Day?
Yeah, I'm
How long do you
for that.
spend there normally? An hour, half hour?
Yeah, let's say an hour. You walk around, you see all the booths, you check it out. It's a great time to see just what's going on in the community.
Have you ever seen an old person move a shopping cart?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where they kind of like lean into it and they use it to walk.
It's like a little walker.
That's kind of how I use the stroller. So I feel like people look at me and they're like, "Oh dear God, like this is not the kid that we see on the phone screen and on the." I noticed that the other day. I walk like an old man.
That's okay.
I don't think it is okay. I don't think it's okay.
I think you should own it. It's okay, CJ.
I moved like my grandma with that stroller at the farmer's market. They're like, man, he really let himself go.
You know, I think it's okay. You should just accept where things are going. In our old age, you and I are aging. It's okay. I've accepted that.
The ripe old age of 27 years old.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break. Let's come back with more with Sydney. Talk about her blog more. I am literally dying down here in the studio today. More next. Oh, wrong button.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop at their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Gonna get fired if I don't get some sleep. My long lost buddies say I'm getting in too deep, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Sydney liked this song more.
Yeah,
Elton John.
This is a good song.
Yeah.
I like Elton John. I really liked the movie Rocket Man.
I didn't see it. Was it good?
It's like one of my favorites for some reason. I don't know why. I just really vibed with that movie, so
That's
I'm here
cool.
for it. Yeah.
That's really cool. You got a busy weekend?
Yeah, get this. I have two things. I'm going to the St. Louis Renaissance Fair. So I've never been to a Renaissance Fair before. I can tell you're thinking about laughing at me. That's okay. That's okay.
Don't get me in trouble.
No, it's okay. I've never been before.
It's not that. I think the Renaissance Fair is cool. It's just, I always think about that damn Taj.0 where they're LARPing and he's like, fireball, fireball. And they recreate,
That'll be me. That'll be me this weekend.
Did you see the guy that was getting the news? I don't know if it was like The Onion or whatever when they had their TV thing, but this guy, they were LARPing over there and they found a headless body and he was... He's telling the news guy, he's like, I'm a healing monk, so I ran over there. My magic wasn't strong enough because he had no head on his body.
That's rough. That sounds rough, but so funny.
That one happened to you this weekend. Though,
Well, I hope not. I'm hoping for just like a very calm Renaissance Fair experience. So I've never been, but year of yes, happy to do it. So we'll see what happens.
It's been 2 years.
I don't
now.
care. It's year of yes. I'm here to do it. I'm here to say yes to things. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, that's
this
good.
weekend.
What else are you doing?
I'm going to a concert.
Oh, what
Yeah.
concert?
Peach Pit. I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, is this new?
No, I've
Am
been
I
to
for-
their
Is
shows
it- are they good?
before.
Fill me
Yeah,
in
they're
on
good.
them.
It's not. I don't know.
The name was kind of interesting.
Yeah, threw you off a little bit.
Yeah.
That's okay. I've been to one of their shows before. They're pretty good. It's not like my favorite. Like I vibe with all music, but like here's the thing, CJ. I just like going to concerts. So
They're fun.
I'm ready to go. It's exciting times. Absolutely. So yeah.
Where are you going to see them at?
I don't know. St. Louis.
The
I don't
pageant.
know. That's good to know.
I'm on
Thank
their
you.
website.
Thank you very much. You're filling me in. I'm just along for the ride. So there we go.
Before we go back to your blog, I'm in a dilemma.
Okay, let's hear it. This is an advice column now. Now I'm hosting.
Currently, we have one TV
Mhm.
that is a Roku TV. And I'm not saying we're going to get a new TV tomorrow. But Jackie has always told me she only likes the Fire Stick TVs or the Insignia ones because she likes Amazon TVs better. She
Interesting.
calls the Roku junk.
Interesting.
I said, well, find a TV you like when it goes on sale.
Mhm.
We might be able to do this if it's within reason.
Sure.
Right.
That's fair.
She sent me a Roku. And I'm like, I thought you hated Roku. They got to match. Do your TVs have to match in your home?
No, that's
I'm curious.
interesting.
I'm
They've got to
curious.
match.
I told her I was going to bring this up because I just don't understand. I'm like, do they have to match today?
Like, I like matching things, don't get me wrong, but the matching TVs, that's fascinating. I've never considered that.
I'm telling her that we're discussing this now.
Yeah, let her know that we have opinions. And I want it known, I'm Team Jackie on all things.
You always are.
I've never
I just
met Jackie,
do need
but
to
I'm
have a
Team
matching
Jackie.
TV.
It wouldn't be my first, but I'm anti CJ Team Jackie on all things, so that's just how it goes.
Okay, we can get the Roku. I just it was interesting. I'm like, really? After all this time of talking
all
about the
this time.
Fire TV, we're going to match.
That's interesting, Well, congrats on potentially a new TV. That
Thank
could be
you
fun.
very much. Really excited.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you went. How was the Pride Festival busy?
Yeah, so then I went to after falling in love with downtown Alton, walking around, hitting a couple of shops that I had never been to before, which is really cool. I went down to the Pride Festival, which was happening in Alton on Bell Street, which was great. And I've been for the last couple of years, and it's always really fun. And
Is
they
that
had
the
a lot
third
of
or
people.
fourth year they've done that?
I
now?
think this is the 4th year, but I think they got interrupted by COVID, so I'm not exactly. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on
You
that.
from Minnesota?
Yeah, I did kind of call me out. Jeez, I can't say anything on this show without being called out. That was kind of rough. I heard it when I said it.
I know you
was
did. That's why I said it. So there was a lot of people there, though?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was early on, so I think they got busier as the day went on. But it was just a great experience. A lot of people and a lot of vendors and nonprofits and churches and all kinds of people just out showing their
A lot
love.
of bands playing, weren't there?
Yeah, they had Fabulous Freebirds out for when I was there, and then followed by later on in the night, I forget who, but another great band, and some drag shows and a wrestling competition, and just a lot of exciting things happening. So it was a good night, a good day in downtown Alton to come out and be a part of it. And again, this weekend there's also a lot going on, so it's exciting stuff all around.
Really interesting. Did you like the bands?
Yeah, from what I heard, I enjoyed it a lot, and I got some ice cream from the Jewel Ice Cream Truck, which will also be at the Wood River Food Truck Festival this weekend as well. If people want to go down that way and see what's going on, so that'll be fun. Yeah.
What's different about the Jewel ice cream than a normal ice cream?
Okay, so I might be wrong on this. I think it's hand scooped. I think it's hand it's fancy. I forget exactly what, but it was really good. Highly recommend. So it was really delicious. But anyway, I don't know. It was great. Don't quiz me. But it was fun. It was fun. Food Truck Festival, they'll be there. Tracy Inman Band will be there.
Yeah.
And a lot of other great things going on this weekend. So it's exciting.
That is for Sure.
For sure.
What are you going to write about next week?
Well, if this Renaissance Fair goes well, assuming that, no headless bodies are found or anything like that, then I'll probably write about that. We'll see what happens. But I have high hopes for that. I'm excited. I got my costume picked out.
Stop. Are you going all out for this?
Not all out, because again, I was balling on a budget. But I got I didn't want to buy a whole new fit. But
let me ask.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Is it, are you going as a mythical creature?
Not quite, no.
I'm hybrid?
No, it's not. This is my first one, so I didn't want to go too hardcore.
So you are invested into this, though, too.
I was I like experience.
Are your friends going to dress up with you?
Yeah, we're wearing the dresses, and it's going to be fun.
Are you going to be like a witch?
I don't think so. I'm just literally all my costume is it's like a dress and a corset, and that makes it Renaissance is the corset, because I usually wouldn't wear a corset because that's insane.
So is your role town folk?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm like in Beauty and the Beast when they sing about how much Belle sucks. I'm like one of those people.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So that'll be fun
when
for me.
you see Sydney this weekend, she's an antagonist, and please go ahead. No.
Yeah, come say hi to me at the Ren Fair, where I will be a peasant. So I look forward to it. And at the Goshen Market, which I'll be at early.
There you go.
That'll be fun. Customer Appreciation Day. Check it out. Read our article.
Don't forget that there's a lot more stuff to do this weekend, like the Earth Tones Festival. You got the Precious Organization Sickle Cell Walk.
Oh, yes.
There's other things too.
There's a million
there's a
things.
ton of things that I'm forgetting about.
It's so exciting. The next last weekend and the next couple of weekends is just
It's really
so
busy.
full, chock full of just great activities.
But you know what
festivals.
sucks is it's going to die on the vine in November, and we're all going to be looking at our computers going, "Is it 4:00 yet?"
Yeah, well, we're going to be looking at our calendars like, what am I going to do this weekend? Because just the weather.
Well, that too. I'm just talking about just job related. It's like nothing goes on in the middle of November.
I need someone to plan some kind of festival or party or something, so I have something to write about and B do.
We should have an icicle festival in Alton.
That would be fun. Tell me more
the streets
about that.
And we just celebrate the winter.
Well, don't forget Ice Fest, which happens. It's called Ice Fest, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
with
right.
With the Eagles.
That's in January.
Yeah, because I remember going once and I have a picture with an eagle. So that's fun for me.
You can't steal their name. I don't know. We'd probably come up with something like Winterfest.
Winterfest? I think you should capitalize on this.
I tried. I've given everybody ideas. I've gone the Beer Olympics stuff. I said
that's a good one.
Drunk putt-putt golf for charity, turning downtown Alton into Fremont Street in Vegas by having light canopies over the top, making it look real cool. I'm telling you, we could do it all.
You should be on this. What are you doing? Get on this. Start making things happen.
I'm hereby announcing my candidacy. No,
this is the moment.
You know how many people are like, oh no.
No, it's exciting times. There's a lot going on.
Sunday, are you doing anything?
I got that concert, so exciting
it's on
times
split
for me. Yeah, so I'm excited. Lots going on this weekend. But what about you? What are you doing this weekend?
Family stuff.
That'll be fun.
That's pretty much all my time is. It's good. I like
fun.
it better that way.
Yeah, it's
Have a
chill.
glass of wine at night and relax.
Absolutely, we love a glass of wine.
Baby's crawling now, so more monitoring going on.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, but that's really sweet. That's exciting.
She likes to move a lot, and she gets very mad when she's not moving.
Oh yeah,
so you have to constantly be crawling with her. You know,
you gotta crawl with her. She's gonna be a mover and a shaker. That's exciting.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wish I was like that. At 10:26, Sydney, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Daily Show continues on this Friday morning. We'll take a quick break. More next.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Plenty of car dealers, plenty of options for people to choose from. What's your formula for success, right?
Number one, you got to have a good bank, you got to have a good team, and you got to have loyal customers. It takes all three of those in order to make something work.
In a town like the size of ours, a good relationship with our customers is very important. You want them to know this is a place to come, just like you guys want people to know Carrollton Bank's a place to come.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I. Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Libby Coombs. Libby was a math major who graduated from Lewis and Clark in 2010. She's a math teacher and the girls golf coach at Edwardsville High School. She even has her LC diploma in her classroom and always tells her students how life-changing Lewis and Clark was for her.
I'm Libby Coombs, and I'm a trailblazer.
Sounds like the radio. Sounds like a damn good time. Soaking up some neon light. Well, it's a little bit of fit.
Welcome back.
A whole lot of country.
We got Nate and Sarah in the studio, Edwardsville Parks and Recreation Department in the building, because the Midwest Open's coming down the pipeline really quick. We're what? 8 days away?
Yep.
Wow.
It's right here.
This is exciting. And $20,000 in prizes, a part of this volleyball tournament with folks all over the country coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason Edwardsville keeps just doing great when it comes to sports tourism, really.
Exactly.
Well, and now it doesn't just start in there. I mean, the tennis tournament and everything else that goes through. But to add this is brand new for you all, correct?
Exactly. This is something we had our sights on as we were constructing phase 3 of Plummer Family Park. Mm-hmm. And so bringing Sarah on board here earlier this year, she was able to put her fingerprints on a lot of the features and just making sure we had everything right and ready for both the local leagues, but also these larger tournaments, and making sure that an organization like the AVP would be very interested in hosting a tournament here.
Very fascinating. And you know, Sarah, it surprised me when I was in St. Louis doing radio, just the sheer volume of volleyball participants, especially ones that come right there into the convention center and that big tournament every year. And then, you know, we always talk about soccer and baseball being participated in, but volleyball is right up there, if not beating some of those sports in active participation. What did you see when you were coming into this role to kind of bring to the table and kind of elevate the experience, not only for the local kids, but for the region?
Yeah, well, youth volleyball is one of probably the largest up and coming sports. And beach volleyball has been around for a long time professionally, but now it's starting to get into collegiate, right? And there's a need for more youth to be involved in beach volleyball. So when the opportunity came, I thought, hey, the Illinois side, because Missouri side has a lot of courts, that this is just going to bring more opportunities for youth to get to play volleyball, whether they are brand new at it for rec or professional level.
This is so cool. When my first kind of taste of beach volleyball in college was actually at the University of Tampa years ago, because my cousin went there and they just started it wasn't officially a competitive sport at that time. It was just getting ready to be, really, and just to see the athleticism that you need in that is just crazy. I can barely walk in sand, let alone move, you know?
Yeah, right, exactly. And it's so different from indoor. Right. Like in beach, you have to do every single skill. So it really helps develop the all-around player, where indoor, you're able to specialize a little bit more.
Well, and I'm sure if you're competing in beach volleyball as just a normal indoor volleyball competitor, it helps your indoor game a lot too, because of the
100%.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay.
Yeah, it gets your what we call sand legs. It increases their vertical, change of movements, body awareness, IQ, all of that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and now, where is the beach volleyball courts in conjunction with Plummer Park, just for the folks around the area that aren't familiar?
Sure, it's right inside the park.
Oh,
it's
wow.
literally on the south side of the soccer fields.
Really cool.
Yeah, so you go in and you'll see that beautiful white sand. It's right there.
Well, and now, can folks register or reserve time at that?
Absolutely. Yes.
How can we do that?
You just call into the parks office. It's $15 an hour per court.
Wow.
Super reasonable. And for any organized that you want, but if you want to just go play with your friends
and
pick
just make
up,
sure you can play.
yeah, you can just show up and play. But if you want to like have a team or an organization come out, you just got to call and reserve to make sure you get that court. Yeah, they're really great.
Well, and now, how many beach volleyball courts do you have?
6.
Oh, really cool. This is why you can do this tournament. This all makes sense now.
Yes, exactly.
So currently we're right around 18 teams?
Yep.
And all from around the country?
All from around the country. California, Texas, Utah, Florida, Missouri, Iowa.
Well, and
all over.
You obviously know more about the volleyball scene than I do. And so whenever you have a tournament like this, is it one of those things that just spreads word of mouth through the community, so to speak, or social media? How does that attraction kind of come into play?
There's a lot of behind the scenes work.
Okay.
There's this website called Volleyball Life where they register. And then from there, you can go and see who's registered at other tournaments. So for the past month, myself and the tournament director, Valis, Beach, we've been going and sending personal messages to I think it's over 500-600 players alone, posting all on Facebook volleyball groups, indoor and beach, emails, text messages. It takes a lot of work, especially with the courts being brand new, and this is the first year. We got to get the word out that the courts are even here. You know, it's easy when you're in a big city like Miami or Hermosa Beach, California. You're right there, and everyone's like, yes, I want to go there. Okay, but how about here, right?
And they're going the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly. Where's Edwardsville, right? But no, it's right outside of St. Louis, and
it's perfect.
Trying to really just promote the location.
Well, and it's interesting though. Just before we move a little bit further in the conversation, I mean, you are offering $10,000 to the top team, in this in cash prizes, correct?
Top 3 teams.
Top 3 teams.
Yes.
So I mean, there's all this money on the line, but even then though, you still have to do the roll up the sleeves and reach out to people to let them know. And I think it's good for other area municipalities to realize that you can't just put the flyer up. You got to really roll up the sleeves and get the word out.
Yeah. And that's something we've really appreciated with Sarah, because she does have a lot of those connections. And knowing the tournament organizer, is it Jay Dorsey? Jay Dorsey. They've worked together to kind of take what the city has created as far as the press release, but also pushing that out individually to those players and those organizations that they have connections with.
Well, and now as your role as director of the department, it's got to be really in a unique position to have folks like Sarah, and then I'm sure so many across the board that have these various expertises in certain fields and sports that really help overall elevate your guys' department. What have you seen just in your role as director and just some of the hard work the team's done?
Yeah. So we're not where we're at without the employees that we have. I anytime I get the chance to brag about our staff, it's incredible. Yep. It's an incredible opportunity. So we have great staff, from the people who take care of the grounds and cleaning the restrooms, the people a lot of times we forget about, but they're crucial. But it's also the program organizers like Sarah and Jeremy. And our superintendent, Kene. And we even have support staff like James and Kathy who are helping behind the scenes, and Devin. So whether it's live streaming it, we'll have it on YouTube.
Oh, wow, cool.
And we're even going to have some commentation on the championship games on Sunday. None of that happens if it's just me or even Sarah, but it's everybody playing that role, and it's that team atmosphere and everybody feeling like, how can I help?
Yeah. Well, also we have to give credit because this is the mayor's passion and vision.
Yeah. Mayor Rizvi. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. So he wanted 6 courts and was really pushing for it. His son played volleyball.
Wow.
And so when I got hired, he's like, Sarah, I want to be AVP here within the next couple of years. And I was like, you're on. Let's get it done in 6 months. So he has been the biggest component here, honestly.
Yeah. And I really thought 2026 was when we're going to bring in some tournaments, give us a year, we've got to get the word out there. And it takes time to plan these things. And usually they're scheduled over a year in advance. We've got a lot lot of experience with scheduling, the baseball tournaments or soccer tournaments, even ultimate tournaments. And these things don't just happen in a couple months.
No.
And for Sarah to make that relationship and the connection with Jay, bring him in, show him the facilities, he was wowed, he was impressed. And that's not easy to do when you are living every weekend at volleyball facilities.
Right.
And then for her to convince him and them to get on board to say, this can happen this year.
Yeah.
And so we had some different dates that we were looking at, and we were very flexible. And finally, September 20th and the 21st were just the prime dates. We've still got warm weather, which we're all sometimes a little too warm, but if you're out on the beach, it's going to be great. And even for the fans, it's going to be a great experience. So we're really excited to really bring the community out, and really from the Metro East or St. Louis, we're hoping anyone who's interested can come out, because there's not going to be a charge.
Yeah.
It's totally free to come. And there's going to be great food. There's going to be great refreshments.
Really cool.
Food trucks. We got food trucks coming. We have a DJ that's going to be rocking both days.
Wow. Why don't we do this? We'll tease them right now, because I need to pay a bill, and I need you to stay and watch my advertisers so, I can keep paying my bills. So with that being said, though, you hit on something really unique, Nate, that not a lot of directors do, and that's thinking the janitorial stuff. Because, I just with my club coach and stuff in soccer, it's really cool that every time you walk into Plummer Park, it is spotless. And that goes across the board for all of your parks, too, and that's really a great problem to have. It's too damn clean in here. 10:20, we'll take a quick break, and we're going to come back with the City of Edwardsville Parks and Recreation Department, a really cool opportunity for you and your family to stop by and see the Midwest Open, and for 2v2 teams to compete for $10,000 in cash prizes and more. We'll come back and talk more about it right after this one.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Don't you ever leave. Lay down selling, resting in my arms.
Welcome back, 1023. Man, it really likes Honeydew Vintage today. Like, what are we doing here? We're talking Midwest Open with Nate and Sarah. And, as we get into this, registration's still open. So area teams, if they're still interested, how does this membership work and how does the registration process work?
Sure. It's really simple, actually. Just Google AVP membership. It'll take them right to the website. And then click on the silver level, which it's only $35, and it's good for a year.
Wow.
So they can play in AVP grass tournaments, not just, sometimes people think AVP, like, oh my gosh, it's the pros. Yeah, right? But there's a whole bunch of levels that they can participate in.
So cool.
Yeah, grass and beach.
Fantastic. When's registration close again, just real quick?
Next Wednesday, the 18th. I'm pretty sure they'll still take registration on that Thursday as well.
Fantastic. And then online, I'm guessing?
Correct.
Perfect. We'll link that in a write-up on RiverBender as well. And also, I think as cool as how many sponsors that have come together for this, because this is no easy feat, especially tournaments like this and this size and the different implications of it with money and cash outs, to have everyone coming together. And it seems like it's really what I think is cool is frequent flyers, so to speak, when it comes to supporting the community.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's 10 sponsors.
Wow.
And without them, this would not have been possible whatsoever.
This is so cool. I'm kind of a little jealous, though, because like Keith and XO, I thought they just loved me. Now I find out there's other people involved. No,
like they're cheating on you.
But really cool. And like Busey Bank and all these great people that have been a part of it, we'll make sure to shout them out as well, because their contributions for this make the event a success.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, we have Bacardi, Keith Short, Guarantee Electric, EXO, like you said, Game Day Men's Health, which is new to the Edwardsville area, Great Rivers and Routes, Park North, Scotty's Bar, that's new right there by the park. Yeah,
that's cool.
So if you come, go to Scotty's and have a nice lunch or hit some golf balls. And then we have Republic Services and Fast Signs of Glen Carbon.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a nice wide range of everyone that, what I appreciate with this being our first time running it, that they believed in our vision. And that they wanted to get on board right away. So it goes a long way, when you're one of the first ones to hop on board.
Well, and it's hard to get the train moving. And it seems like they were ready to help you push it and get this sucker going.
Absolutely.
And I think the first one we got was actually Burnin' Jones.
Wow.
So they're our presenting sponsor, our biggest sponsor. And so without Burnin' Jones, we wouldn't be where we're at, because they really got it going. And but we had a lot of community sponsors, businesses that jumped on as well, and that's kind of how we're here right now and able to attract all these players, right? So it's very exciting.
For sure. Well, and also too, for the folks that maybe aren't participating but want to be a part of the fun and watch the games and the tournaments, you said there was some entertainment both days, some food trucks. Can you give us the itinerary if you could?
Yeah, so games will start 8:30 both days. On Saturday, our DJ will start rocking first thing in the morning, but actually we have a band coming out doing the national anthem, so that'll really be fun. Cool. Yes. Yeah, it is free. We will have some bleachers available. Bring your lawn chair, though. We have a berm that they can sit on and watch. Cool. We have a wide range of food trucks, an ice cream truck. Bacardi's going to be there as well as our VIP sponsor. What am I missing? I mean, we're going to have some yard games out there.
Oh, cool. So something for everybody.
Yes. Exactly. A little bit of everything. Oh, we also have a selfie station that will be going around. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. We're really trying to make an event, not just like, with the tournament itself is the event, but when you come, that it's family friendly, like you said, something for everybody, and just to have a really good time.
Well, you can only grow it with support like that. And when you get, outside interest that maybe you've never seen competitive volleyball before, that's something fun to go do because it's exciting. And all I know is I couldn't do it because I get smacked right in the mouth and cry and go home.
Most people do.
I'd be done.
I'm not gonna lie, it's happened to me too. Multiple times.
Did you play in college or high school?
Both.
Oh,
yes.
really cool.
Yep. I played at Missouri State. I went to Belleville Altoff.
Oh, cool.
And then I coached collegiate volleyball for 7 years, Division I.
Wow, that's awesome. So to come back in to do this is like perfect for you.
It was. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Good fit.
That's a great fit.
Very. It's been fun.
Well, and Nate, going forward, what do you hope the public takes away from this before we kind of talk about future volleyball tournament dates and stuff like that? What do you hope the public takes away just from this tournament and the department going forward?
Yeah, I think it's just another example of how Edwardsville is trying to really attract people both locally and from the area to come to Edwardsville, have a great time, enjoy themselves, and just have a great time. And it's something for all ages. Whether you're retired and you want to come to Plummer Family Park and maybe your interest is maybe pickleball, right? We've got 25 courts over there. Wow. If you're on the younger age spectrum, we've got youth baseball or youth softball. We've got sand volleyball, beach volleyball. We had over how many teams this summer in between our two
all
leagues?
The leagues, which we ran leagues Sunday through Friday. No, I think there was over 300 participants.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 130, 140 teams.
Wow. It was probably just on Tuesday nights for the 14s. There was 30 teams in our league.
Yeah.
Oh, it was insane. Yeah.
So it shows the need.
Exactly.
It is.
And we want the people to also come to Plummer Family Park, but also then to go out and, go to our local businesses and support them, because that's really what the city's about, is supporting local businesses, and here they are supporting us. So it's a symbiotic relationship where we're just trying to support the community.
Sports tourism is good business.
Oh, great. It's great for the community.
It is, and you don't get a more dedicated spending base really than the folks that are coming into town during tournaments or the folks that go. And coming from a soccer player who's lived the road forever with Gallagher, or Scott Gallagher, I can tell you. You've
been to a couple tournaments, have you?
Yeah.
At least one.
And then for future events, if any tournament directors want to host tournaments, they just need to call the parks to rent the courts.
Oh, really cool.
Absolutely, and to keep a lookout. Hopefully this event becomes a yearly thing.
I hope so too.
Me too, and just keep growing.
If it does, would it be still in September, or would you move it to a more kind of summertime?
We'd be open to different dates.
Okay.
And so we always try to coordinate it with all the other events that we have going on there, between the soccer tournaments or the pickleball tournaments or the baseball tournaments, and just making sure we're making a user-friendly environment, and we're not necessarily over-scheduling or overbooking the sports park. So that's something we have to be cognizant of as well. We don't necessarily want 7 huge tournaments going on all at the same time, because the first impression you're going to have is coming in and there's a line of cars out to the road, right? Or it takes you 30 minutes to find a parking spot. So being cognizant of that, of just making sure we're aware of that. But yeah, May and June, we'd love to host some beach volleyball tournaments in those May, June, July, kind of those prime times, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that we're definitely going to be open to having those discussions. And if we can have a successful tournament this September, I think that's going to go a long ways with the AVP and other volleyball tournament organizers.
1,000%.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe one day you get your own beach out there, and then you could really bring the whole thing.
Nate. Now we need a lake.
That's
there
right.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's a grass space.
That's right.
And I only will ask for a plaque because I said it on the show.
That's a good idea.
Anything else we should talk about for this?
Well, I just think we really appreciate all of our sponsors. Thank you for having us on. This has been so much fun. Cool. And hopefully we see a lot of people. Don't be afraid to come say hi. Players also love it when fans say hello and cheer loud.
Really cool. Well, and also make sure you register if you're interested for this tournament. It's available online, and we'll link that. And just stop by and enjoy this really cool tournament. Folks from all around the country coming right into the 618 and then spending some money at your businesses and all that fun stuff. Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. It's 10:32. We'll come back. We're supposed to be talking to Nami of...
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Don't rock the jukebox. Wanna hear George Jones? 'Cause my heart ain't ready for the Rolling Stone. I don't feel like rocking since my baby's gone. So don't rock the jukebox. Play me a country song.
Back. Hello. 10:54, a little bit of changes. We are wrapping up the week that was this 19th day of September. Couple of interesting things. Couple of three things left for you. And there's some interesting ones, but I'm following this because there's now an updated AP feed. And we'll bring that to you shortly. Let me make sure we get what we need to take care of here. Stand by. Here's some breaking news for you. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go into a breaking news alert, I think, here. We'll have more for you on our AP feed now. Within a few minutes. Developing now, and stand by as we're trying to get the details of this. This is pretty major news for the folks that have been following it, and this is all around TikTok. Developing this morning, President Trump said the TikTok deal has been approved. We know that I'm part of the White House press emails, and they issued an extension on that delay to shut down TikTok. They extended that to December, I believe, just a few days ago. President Trump has announced today that he has approved, that deal has been approved, and that he'll meet with President Xi in China next month at a regional summit. It'll take place at the end of October in South Korea, and that he would visit China in the early part of next year following a phone call the leaders did share this morning. In a Truth Social post, Trump also said that the Chinese leader would come to the United States at an appropriate time, end quote, noting the leaders also approved that TikTok deal. China's official news agency, Junhao, said Xi is in the call, stressed the importance of bilateral ties, and urged the United States to avoid any unilateral trade restrictions. Now, this call may eventually offer clues on where the relationship between the two world superpowers may be headed. This is the second call with Xi since Trump returned to the White House, launched sky-high tariffs on China, and triggering that back-and-forth trade restrictions that did strain ties between the world's two largest economies. And that's something that we're following now. So just if you're tuning in today, that deal with TikTok was approved, and they're going to move forward. President Trump announcing just moments ago on his Truth Social post. We'll keep you updated through our AP feed. This just came in at 10:52, and we'll keep you updated on details on that summit, all that national news right there at RiverBender.com/AP. Let's go back here locally as we wrap up our day with a couple of three things. And we already had our first one with being national news, but I wanted to fill you in on this. This is a weird story out of Montana. A cloud of smoke from 2 pounds of meth seized by the FBI and incinerated inside a Montana animal shelter sent its workers to the hospital. Listen to this. The smoke started to fill the building during a drug burn on Wednesday, apparently because of negative pressure that it sucked back inside. Billings Assistant City Administrator Kevin Iflin said on Friday a fan was supposed to be on hand in such situations to reverse the pressure so smoke would flow out of the building, but Iflin said it wasn't readily available. The incinerator is used to primarily burn carcasses of animals euthanized or collected by the city's Animal Control Division, but every couple of months, local law enforcement or even the FBI, they use it to burn seized narcotics. 14 workers from the nonprofit were evacuated and they went to the hospital. The shelter's 75 dogs and cats were relocated or put into foster homes. The shelter space with Billings Animal Control is shared space. When smoke started filling parts of the building, Halverson assumed it was from burning carcasses because she said they have never known about drug burns. Wow. She said that it was a very intense headache and a sore throat, and others had dizziness, sweating, and coughing. It wasn't a party, she said. That was the end of her quote. The workers found out it was meth smoke through a call from a city official while they were at the hospital. Most of the staff, they had to spend several hours in an oxygen chamber for treatment. About ready to be there myself with these allergies. Now, symptoms lingered for some workers. They were closely monitoring also 4 litters of kittens that got more heavily exposed because they were in a closed room with a lot of that smoke. The FBI uses outside facilities routinely to conduct controlled evidence burns. That's what an agency spokeswoman had to say. A city animal control supervisor who was present for Wednesday's burn declined to go to the hospital. The FBI agents were told to go to the hospital by their supervisor. The shelter remained closed until it was tested for contamination. And just a interesting thing, to say the least. And then we're going to have to do this story next week, but this is one that I'm going to start Monday or in Monday's show on. It was a mysterious envelope that was found from Czechoslovakia's founding father, and one that I want to share with you, but we'll have to talk about that Monday. We're out of time today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. So much fun stuff to do. Get Mega Raffle tickets and win $50,000. Until I talk to you Monday, try your best to stay out of jail.